Anybody will won't fight you. Men that come, they already know. I'll be right beside you, like the wall of Jericho. They don't know, they don't know, they don't know what's going on. Monagiso, 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 my baby boo. I'll be a soldier for you. I'm getting better in Kung Fu. You should know I got you, and you don't need to guide me too. I'll be right beside you in anything that you do. If you ever need saving, I will be running to you, running, running, running to you. I'll be running to you, running, running, running to you. Anywhere that you go to, running, running, running to you. I'll be running to you, running, running, running to you. Anywhere that you go to.
When I'm looking for trouble, it's cause I know that I got you. Wanting my best, everybody, oh oh. And it's because of your kung fu. And anytime that I'm out of control, you hold me down. You never, never let go. Yeah. Munagiso, 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 my baby boo. See all the battles you'll be fighting, and I'll be right there with you. I may be small, but I'm mighty, and I go running for you. And anybody ways happy, yes, no be you, pull it, I be alright. And if I ever need saving, I'll be running to you.
Running, running, running to you. I'll be running to you, running, running.
Welcome everybody to the celebration of Isaac and Rachel's marriage. And Rachel's going to take a breath. And she's going to take it away for a few moments before we start the ceremony.
We go together like eggs and
Thank you all so much for being here. Before we start, I just wanted to take a moment to honor one special soul who isn't able to be here in the flesh, but is definitely here in spirit. As you all know, Banjo was my best friend and great love of the last 13 years. She died just shy of Isaac's arrival, but they were also very much connected, having gotten to know each other over countless hours of video chat. And Banjo loved it here in Plainfield. I mean, you can see how special this place is. How lucky she was to live out her golden years, romping around this beautiful meadow, basking in love and treats. During COVID, when we spent every waking minute together while her cancer slowly took her, we were here nearly every weekend. I'm eternally grateful for that time with her and my uncles, who loved her ragamuffin granny pit bull self almost as much as I did. She was so happy here, laying in the sun or in front of the wood stove, galumping along on walks with Kelly, or begging for scraps while Uncle Philip is cooking. And we can all still feel her all around us. There was snow on the ground when she died, so we decided to wait and honor her when we could finally all be together. We brought a bit of her today to set free in the meadow, to live forever in one of her favorite places on earth. I can't help but feel like she was ready to hand me off to Isaac, having been my loving companion as long as she could. She was tired, but she was a good girl. I'll miss you forever, my Banjo.
like apples with cinnamon, you sweeten the deal. I'm the Big Dipper and you're the Lil. It's easy to see just how you feel when you lick my face and wag your tail. 'Cause you are my best friend, my very best friend, and no one else could ever contend. And I'm gonna love you until the end. You are my best friend. Banjo, you are my best friend.
Once again, welcome everybody near and far. It's so great to have all of you here. And apparently it's no state secret that I am their therapist. The one time the confidentiality has been lost. So it's been my privilege to be part of this entire process with them, and hopefully this will reflect this for the two of you. So we are gathered here today to witness this amazing, beautiful union of Rachel Elizabeth Mann and Isaac Yabalu in holy matrimony. This is a day to celebrate love, faith, and two souls joining their lives together. What a gift to have this wonderful group of family and friends in person and far away join us to witness and bless this sacred union. Let's take a quiet moment to feel the presence of those who cannot be with us in body, but are here in spirit. Your mothers, Banjo, and all the beloveds that have passed on that can't be with you, but they're here. Okay, so we can feel them. The bride and the groom would like to thank all of their guests for being here and would like you to know that each of you were invited here on this day because you have played an integral part of their story. When we meet the one we choose to marry, we can mistakenly think, I found you, I'm done. The truth is, the meeting of souls is merely the beginning, no matter how far you've traveled to find them, and in this case it was very far. Marriage involves the joining of two worlds. This is true for all couples, and for Rachel and Isaac, their worlds are very different. True?
Yeah.
Each of our worlds holds the collection of our experiences, our culture, our values, our preferences, and ways of being. It is who we are and how we define ourselves. Bringing two divergent worlds together is not easy. It requires us to do the work. It asks us each to make space for our differences as we work to create a new, larger world that has room for two. A good marriage requires each partner to practice patience, compassion, acceptance, and most of all, the willingness to heal, to change, and to grow. I knew Rachel before she met Isaac. Fate arranged this chance meeting in Africa. It was across the sea, driving along the roads of Ghana, where Rachel and Isaac discovered their love. From the beginning, they worked diligently to learn to understand each other, even with the frustrating internet connection, which I have had the unfortunate ability to be part of. They put in so much time and effort to get the visa, navigate the cultural differences, and stay connected through a pandemic, through school, and the eternal wait of the visa process, and the ridiculous, slow-moving United States government. Through it all, they had the support of friends and family from all corners of the world. And today is the culmination of all of their efforts. Today we gather as their people. We come together to honor and celebrate Isaac and Rachel's love, their light, and the binding together of these two beautiful people. As they embark on this journey together, they will be able to nurture a love that makes each of them a better version of themselves. So for two of you, marriage is a blessing. It is an opportunity to learn to work together, to laugh together, and to love together. Do not focus on the obstacles that will try to pull you apart. Instead, focus on your commitment to each other, to doing whatever it takes to work through the smaller and larger divisions. As you work together, you will find that you know yourself better, and you will grow in appreciation of each other's differences. As your relationship strengthens, you will come to share a remarkable love, a love that is both abundantly given and freely accepted. That's the true gift of marriage. The joy you'll find as you pursue your shared lives will fuel you to face head-on the challenges that you'll encounter on this earth, and you guys know about the challenges. On your journeys together, it's true, right? On your journeys together, keep your spouse in the space of highest priority in your heart. The love you share must be guarded and cherished. It is your most valuable treasure. Marriage is an ancient rite. As you enter into this union, you are pledging your commitment to each other before the witnesses present today. No couple can have a rich relationship alone. Therefore, I am asking you to turn and face your guests. And so, guests, this is your participation part. So you're all pretty much standing. Okay, so even if you're online, I assume there are people online, please raise your hands towards Isaac and Rachel and repeat after me. Rachel and Isaac.
Rachel and Isaac.
I commit to loving and supporting you in your marriage.
I commit to loving and supporting you in your marriage.
I I promise to listen without judgment.
I promise to listen without judgment.
To hold your marriage as sacred.
To hold your marriage as sacred.
To help you through the hard times.
To help you through the hard times.
And celebrate loudly and joyously all the small and large victories.
To celebrate loudly and joyfully all the small.
I should have said that slowly. All right, now all together. We love you. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I'm very happy today for you to support us today. And I have a little vows that I wanted to read for my lovely Rachel.
Not you don't want fish. I mean, not you don't want fish.
Me don't for Rachel. That are a deacon I'm Michelle Ghana.
Kasa.
Mana, I'm you say, you do I contribute me everything I do, so I do. Ebra Rachel, watch it or do Cassipa a sunche apple.
One of them,
na sika into me and to Eddie actually me. Met me aka no say free say Michelle umrim wahondim umodim boom biara udi ahye yedoyimu ansa na mehia wo no na menti odo ase
kasa.
nanso sese die watchre me odo kan ase
Amen.
Nimpreni so a menti uba Ghana no ye enhira kese nanso menkrata sembia endi kanko yie no di ohaw kakra ebre ye nanso wan paba
Rachel no.
bra eni da so saye no wo ka kire me se wo befa ekwan biara aso na yedoi abaye baako
Rachel no. Rachel no.
Empempenso a edia abedu me shall bo ene say medo pa
Amen.
Uni mi nchen meti atinke bi say me ni pedua baby eni ho
One of them,
me shall bo every ene eriko no every osire enije eni odo baako ye bebra ya worry emro me san shall obobiom say odo obuo eni opepa
eno
me de be mawo abre yenkwan da nyina mu
Amen.
mesan ka bio say ya sitina be hoda na ohaw biara nso a yebehia no yenim say yebedusu enkunim efri say yedo nim eyedin ekua me hwe okwan say ya sitina bekoyie na ebri biara nso a ohaw beba yeso no yenim say yebe baako Obapa Rachel Elizabeth ekua man bekoso ado abrebiara.
Wow. Amen.
not tree, no more trees. More trees.
English.
I have this vow in English.
Yeah.
And I wanted to read my lovely Rachel. My dear Rachel, on the very day I met you in Ghana and proposed, you accepted my proposal, but I never imagined our journey would bring us this far. Rachel, you demonstrated your unconditional love, which is bigger than the ocean.
Wow.
No amount of money can buy it.
Amen.
I say for a fact that you love me due to your devotion, time, energy, effort, and the resources you have put into us.
Wow.
Before I met you, I did not know the true meaning of love. But now you have shown me what true love is.
Oh.
Your visit to Ghana twice because of me was a blessing. but my first visa denial brought its challenges. But you persisted, even when I lost hope and faith. You told me you will do whatever it takes for us to be together. Look how far we have come.
Amen.
I pledge my unconditional love and affection
Yes.
to you this day. When we are apart, I feel like a part of me is missing.
Amen. Whoa.
I vow that from this day, laughter, happiness, love will always be part of our marriage. I promise to love, Hannah, cherish, and provide for you for the rest of our life. I promise our love and marriage will remain forever.
Amen.
Whatever challenges we meet, we will overcome because we are stronger together. Equia, I look forward with hope to a better home and a life full of fulfillment as we embark on this journey together. I will always love you, Rachel Elizabeth Equia Man. Thank you.
Amen.
Amen.
My Isaac. I remember the moment I first saw you. When you picked up our group for our tour in Ghana, and I climbed into the front seat, you greeted me with the most beautiful smile I've ever seen. I remember feeling instantly shy, not like me, and nervous to be near you. Though you kept our interaction very professional on that first day, I was determined to get to know this handsome guy. So over the next couple of days, I began to ask questions to try to learn more about you. At one point, I asked you if you have children, and you answered, "Oh yes, I have 2." I then asked if they were boys or girls, what ages they were. You looked at me like I'd sprouted a second head. In confusion, I stared back at you awkwardly. After a few moments, you said, "Oh, I thought you said chickens." We both burst out laughing, and the ice was officially broken. From then, we chatted comfortably, getting to know each other and flirting a little bit too. I didn't know it then, but my life would be forever changed. The next 6 weeks were a blur of work and study, and all the while our relationship grew. I knew I liked you, but I wasn't sure that we would continue after I left Ghana. You had been telling me for weeks that you loved me, but I kept responding to say, "No, it's too soon. You can't love me yet. I'm not ready. American girls don't fall in love so quickly." Even though I knew I cared for you, my mind was telling me that it could never work. There was one moment when that changed, though. The moment I knew I was in love with you and that I didn't want to do this life without you. In the last few days of my time in Ghana, we rented a little Airbnb, and I was so excited because it actually had hot water. Very fancy. The day we drove several hours to your hometown so I could meet your friends and family was a long journey, dusty and hot. I kept talking about how excited I was to get home to the AC and take a shower with hot water for the first time in 7 weeks. When we finally got there, though, not only was the hot water not working, but all the water was completely off, which happens sometimes in Ghana. I was clearly disappointed, but tried to put on a brave face. Though it was late at night, you went out and got a bunch of those teeny little pouches of water they sell on the street for drinking, and one by one used them to fill a bucket so I could take an African bath. Watching you crouch down on the bathroom floor, filling the bucket little by little for me, was the moment I knew that you were something special. Your level of care and consideration for me was like nothing I'd ever known from a man. I sat down right there on the bathroom floor with you and I said, "Isaac, I'm so in love with you." You turned to me and gave me the biggest smile and said, "I knew it!" And that was it. The next day you proposed to me and the rest is history. Wow. Our journey to get here today has been a long and difficult one. But despite everything, I never doubted that you were worth it. You've shown me time and again. I've never met a man who sees me the way you do. I've never been so sure of the goodness of someone's heart. I've never been so proud to walk beside someone. I've never imagined so clearly building a life with anyone, of starting a family and knowing for certain that I was meant to do it with you. Though our lives have been so different, we come from opposite sides of the planet with different culture, language, and experiences. And though this love perhaps shouldn't have been, I know there is a reason beyond our understanding that we found each other. And you are the only thing that makes perfect sense. Isaac, I know marriage is not easy, and perhaps we have more challenges than most. I cannot promise you that it will be perfect, because I know that it won't. But I can promise you this. I will love you to the best of my ability. I will continue to work on myself so that I can be the kind of partner you deserve. I will approach our life with curiosity and compassion, and do my best to continue to learn the ways that you need to be loved and supported. I will grow, change, and adapt as our love grows and changes. I will practice slow, gentle patience, and I will treat you with kindness and respect. I can't wait to have children with you.
Oh, yeah.
And I can tell you now that they will never go without anything they need. I hope they will have your kindness and honesty, and I hope they have your smile, especially the gap tooth. I love you with all that I am, Isaac, now and forevermore.
Thank you.
Justice of the peace part. Okay, so you're already facing one other, so I don't have to tell you that. That's a good thing. So Isaac, do you take Rachel to be your lawfully wedded wife? By making this commitment, you are joining in the sacred covenant of this marriage. Do you promise to honor her in love, to be sensitive to her needs, to comfort her in difficulty, and to put your full and complete trust in her, so long as you both shall live?
Come on here. Look into her eyes.
I don't know what that means. Get closer. Is that what you meant?
Look into her eyes.
Okay, look into her eyes.
Look into her eyes.
All right, we have an expert here, okay? I will defer. Rachel, do you take Isaac to be your lawfully wedded husband? By making this commitment, you are joining in the sacred covenant of marriage. Do you promise to honor him in love, to be sensitive to his needs, to comfort him in difficulty, and to put your full and complete trust in him so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do we need to do Isaac again? Because he wasn't close enough?
Yes.
Okay, I'm doing you again. We need better photos. Isaac, do you take Rachel to be your lawfully wedded wife? By making this commitment, you are joining in the sacred covenant of marriage. Do you promise to honor her in love, to be sensitive to her needs, to comfort her in difficulty, and to put your full and complete trust in her so long as you both shall live?
Yes.
Yes, what? We didn't hear you.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Oh, I think they jumped the gun. You're going rogue, guys. It's easy. All right, does anybody have the rings? Okay, so now to commemorate this union, it is time for the rings. So why don't you just both hold the rings while I say this? Sorry for my klutziness here. That's another Yiddish word. To commemorate this union, it is time for the rings. The circle formed by each ring, so let's hold it up, symbolizes your eternal love and commitment to one another. Let these rings remind you every day of that love and the promises you have made here on this day. Will each of you please repeat after me as you place the ring on your loved one's hand? You're going to start, Isaac.
Okay.
So, you have your finger ready?
I
I, Isaac,
I, Isaac,
give you, Rachel,
give you, Rachel,
this ring as a symbol of my love
this ring as a symbol of my love
and commitment.
and commitment.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I
Come
do
on
it.
here. Come on here.
You can put it on now. I don't know what he's saying, but you're going to have to try. Look in her eyes. He's putting a ring on. He's trying to get it right. It's a hand-eye thing. Okay, Rachel. I, Rachel, give you, Isaac, this ring as a symbol of my love
This ring as a symbol of my love
and commitment.
and commitment.
With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I be wed.
By the power vested in me by the state of Massachusetts and nobody else than you guys, I pronounce you Isaac Yoa Balu, and Rachel Elizabeth Mann. Are you sharing any names or?
I'll be follow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rachel Elizabeth Balu.
One more bless everybody, oh oh, and it's because of your comfort. I every time that I'm out of control, you never let go. Yeah, Nagiso, my baby boo. See all the battles you'll be fighting, and I'll be right there with you. I may be small, but I'm mighty, and I go running for you. And anybody ways happy, yeah, don't be you pull it, I be alright. And if I ever need saving, I'll be running to you.
Running to you. I'll be running to you. Running
I'll be
to you.
running.
Anywhere that you go to. Running to you. I'll be running to you. Running
Will you
to
wait
you.
for me? You go there for me.
Anywhere that you
Anywhere
go
that you
to. You don't need to worry. Anything you want.
sun up to sundown, love me no go round down.
Hey, anytime you call me, baby, I go answer.
Any other burger, baby, you make them run
And if
away.
you want me coming to you, I go come to
Oh, you wanna see me, baby, don't choose me.
Tell me what you want, baby, say I'm not in my
Trust me, I you, baby.
If they wanna be the Judas.
Welcome everyone to the journey, and this has been a journey, has it not? And each and every one of you have been part of it in one way or another. Little did I know that a little over 4 years ago, this beautiful gal arrived at our house with her dog because she couldn't stay at Smith because they didn't allow dogs. So she stayed with us, and man, were we blessed by her presence. Rachel is a person who may ask for something, but boy, does she give back in spades. And this one here, this guy, what a surprise he is. He is so bright. Just this past Tuesday, we went down to Boston. Rachel had to have her egg retrieval. That was all part of a process. And just a little thing, you know those parking garages, you can't find your way around those things. He just walked us right to the car, like we were ready to walk all around the place. He got us there like in 2 seconds. He's a very bright guy, sometimes understated, but it's there. And we had a little lunch, and he's feeding the birds. He says, I love animals. We were in Dunkin' Donuts, and he's wiping off the counter. I mean, that really says something about a person. And I really never dreamed that this would happen. I don't know if any of us dreamed it would happen, because there were so many obstacles that were coming in the way. I mean, it was the wrong time to have Orange Man around.
Trump.
But here we are.
It's in the Cheeto Man.
Here we are. And I'm so glad to have everyone to our little place here. You're all so very special, and you all are able to give so much. I could go on and on, but really the main thing is to give blessings to these two beautiful people. Wish them love, a healthy life, children.
Yes. Amen.
Yes, amen.
Whatever the Thank you.
Philip, we couldn't have done it without you.
Oh,
Thank you. Love you so much.
Love you.
I love you. Thanks so much.
First and foremost, I want to thank God for making this possible.
Amen.
A lot of people meet their spouses in the next town, in the same village, but they don't get to where we are.
True.
We have to find each other across the sea, but we have come this far.
Amen.
It's because God has ordained that this should happen. So it is happening.
Amen.
And I'm glad to be a witness to it and be part of it. That's how I want you to feel. That you are part of a journey, like Uncle said. And that journey has just begun. There's a longer way to go, and we'll come back and come and celebrate every milestone in our journey.
Amen.
Yeah, he's saying
Hey.
three.
Three kids. He wants three.
So I met Isaac not too long ago, but it's like we have been brothers for a long time. I recently just went home in March, and I spent 3 weeks in March. After that 3 weeks, I spent about a week with Isaac, and that is where our bonus brotherhood began. Later did I know that I'll be at his wedding.
Wow.
I'll meet his beautiful wife.
Yes.
And I'll be part of their story. I'm honored. My first impression of Isaac was a very gentle soul, very kind, and very respectful. If you have spent even a minute with him, you will know that about him. And the first day we met, I think less than an hour, I found out there was a Rachel. And the way he spoke about her, and it got my attention. And I told him, whatever I can do to help you, let me know, and I will do it. So I wasn't surprised when he called me one time that, Jonathan, I'm in the US. I said, you are in the US? He said, yeah, where are you? He said, I'm in Boston. I'm in Massachusetts. I said, wow. You are with Rachel? He said, yes. I said, thank God.
Amen.
At least we are making a headway.
Amen.
Because it's difficult doing a long distance thing. My wife told me that we were actually a long distance relationship before we got married. My wife told me if she had a child, a daughter, and said she is dating somebody a long distance, she would tell him, no, don't do it.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of work.
I wouldn't wish it on. It's hard.
But at the end, it's the end that determines the means. And right now, it's worth it.
Amen.
I want us to celebrate with them today, have them in our prayers, and pray to God that they keep growing from strength to strength. As the journeys come by, they make strides, and we remember each and every one of them, the good times and the bad times. Unfortunately, they are part of the story, because without that, you can't tell the real story. I'm happy to be part of it, and it's my prayer that God will continue to bless you guys.
Amen.
Bless whatever you're praying for. Continue to honor you. And Isaac, you're a husband now. You are not just a brother. You're a husband now. Soon to be a father.
Yes.
And the Bible admonishes us husbands to love our wives. So my only thing to Isaac is, Isaac, love your wife.
Thank you.
Love her in every way possible.
I will.
Let her feel loved. To Isaac and Rachel. Thank you very much.
Okay. I just love and appreciate Rachel and how open she has been about her journey. And I think we've all been really touched by the love and the determination to make this impossible marriage, actually happen. And meeting Isaac, I can so see why you worked so hard to get him here. So we've been all like your cheerleaders and champion to make this happen, and was so very joyous, such a joyous occasion. I just had to share this with you.
We couldn't have done it without literally each and every person here. Looking around, I see what a collective labor of love this has been for the last almost 3 years. When I came home from Ghana that summer and everyone said, I said, I'm engaged! And they said, what?
What?
What are you talking about? I'm not sure anybody thought it would last or that we would be able to see it through. And we had the first denial and Trump and then COVID.
All these
everything
obstacles
standing in our way, but with the support of all of you who are here today, and it's the culmination of truly a collective labor of love.
You have a lot of very special qualities, and you've made a beautiful choice.
I think so too.
Blessings!
Amen!
Blessings! Give the groom a kiss.
All right, now.
Now, back to
eat.
food.
Thank you, Cass.
We're all here to celebrate them. But I want to tell them it's not going to be easy. No. They shouldn't think it's going to be easy. I want them to know that. But anytime that situation comes, they should remember, remember today.
Yes.
The vow they made to each other. They should remember that and let everything go. They should not go to bed without kissing each other, making sure that everything is fine, no matter what happened during the day. So anytime they remember that, I guess that with that, they'll go a long way.
Yes.
And the last,
Chair flips.
I don't know, he's powerful.
Me that's a
Anybody who won't fight you, may they come, they already know. I'll be right beside you, like the wall of Jericho. They don't know, they don't know, they don't know what's going on. Wanna kiss you, wanna kiss you, wanna kiss you, my baby boo. I'll be a soldier for you. I'm getting better in Kung Fu. You should know I got it, and you don't need to guide me too. I'll be right beside you in anything that you do. If you ever need saving, I will be running to you, running, running, running to you. I'll be running to you, running, running, running to you. Anywhere that you go to, running, running, running to you. I'll be running to you, running,